I'm Phoebe Legere, and welcome to Roulette TV. Tonight, my guest is virtuoso violinist and composer Mark Feldman. He's played with everybody from Johnny Cash to John Zorn, from Sheryl Crow to Dave Douglas. He's played with Jerry Lee Lewis and Pharoah Sanders. In 1999, Mark Feldman won the Downbeat poll in the Talent Deserving Wider Recognition category. Feldman has a wonderful CD on the Zadig label called Music for Solo Violin. Roulette TV is proud to welcome the fierce and fiery creative musician Mark Feldman. How did your musical life start? How old were you? And when did you know that you wanted music?
Well, I started playing the violin when I was 9. I think when I was seven, I started with the bongo drums because I wanted an instrument, and my mother thought the bongos would be good. She was a little bit of a beatnik, and I was very, very studious. I had all those books that said L, R, R, L, L. So I started with the bongos. Then I moved on to the auto harp. I was searching. and then I started the violin when I was 9. I realized, wow, this was a much classier act than the bongos. And I think I knew I wanted to be a musician from about the age of 10. I really felt like that's what I wanted to do.
What made you move to Nashville?
That was a lapse in good taste, I'd say. Well, I was like, yeah, I was 25 years old, and someone told me they would help me break in there, so to speak. And I was living in Chicago, just sort of playing in bar bands. And so it just seemed like a good idea at the time. I got a lot of experience, like being in recording studios a lot and TV orchestras and stuff like this. So at that time in my life, I got something out of it.
And so I wonder, were there any progressions that appeared over and over in the country music that you could tell us about? I mean, do they pretty much use the same changes on every song, or are there 2 or 3 stock progressions? Can you fill us in what those might be, in case we want to move down to Nashville and be studio musicians?
If you really want to move down to Nashville,
what do you do?
Well, the first thing you might want to do is learn the Nashville number system.
What is that?
That's a good question. The Nashville number system is it's like a shortcut for harmony, but it's kind of Nashville specific. So they would say the verses 44, 11, 55, 11, 45, 11, and then they would say with a diamond, they would say 4, split 5. And 44, 11 would mean 2 bars of the 4 chord and 2 bars of the 1 chord. So that's a whole 4, but it's always in 4-bar chunks, And then they would say, like, the intro is, 36, 25, or whatever, or 3, etc. 5. Usually it'd be 54, 11.
3, 6, 2, 5.
A lot of times it'd be 54, 11 kind of intro. 5,
4, 1,
1, 1, and then
I'm
the
ready
guy would
for
come
Nashville.
in. You're ready.
I learned something from Roulette TV.
Then they can
Maybe
put
I
it
can
in
go
whatever
down there,
key they
put
want.
on a hat and make some money myself.
Well, you could put on a hat and make, yeah.
Why did you move to New York City in 1986?
Because I wanted to play creative music.
Had you heard it in Chicago before, or did you always
know
it was there?
Had I ever heard of it? Yes, I had heard it. I had heard it. And, I decided I wanted to play it. Like, more than... yeah, I had heard it. I had... yeah, I think I was an informed listener.
Had you saved up some money before you did this?
Yes.
That's good. Now, how did you fall in with this creative music crowd? Did you know some of them before you got here, or did you just get here and go to the bus station and start playing? And
no, but I did play on the street in a bebop band with a gasoline generator. We used to do that. We played in the 42nd Street area in the evening rush, and in the mornings we'd play Bowling Green and stuff around Wall Street.
You did bebop.
That was like a bebop band. I came in here mostly. I knew a couple jazz guys who weren't working, which I don't mean to be redundant. Anyway, no, I knew a couple jazz guys, and so I hung out with them and played some of that, and I just sort of met people. I answered an ad in the paper on the Village Voice for a guy who I'm sure you know named David First, who was
Dave First.
Yes, who was making all drones. And I came over and I don't know, like we had some kind of an audition. I said, what kind of an audition? You play one note forever. I said, okay, I'll audition. And I think he took me because I was kind of cheerful about it, you know. I was happy to play one note. So it was a nice moment.
What's coming up next for you?
I'm doing a concerto with the Royal Dutch Radio Orchestra by Goose Johnson. Another concerto that was written for me. That's a concerto for violin with improvisation and orchestra. And it's a really unusual situation because they're so interested in the concept of this that they're going to, they have one piece on the program, and then I do this concerto. I guess it's around 20 minutes, and then they have the intermission, and then they come back and do it again because they want to hear how different it can be with the improvisation.
That's a good
So that's
idea.
kind of going to be interesting to see how that turns out.
Well, I'd like to talk to you about some more things, but I guess we talked about enough for tonight.
Probably.
I sure liked what you played tonight, Mark.
That's very nice. Thank you very much.
Thanks
It was
for being
nice talking with you.
Thanks for being our guest on Roulette TV.
Okay.